Dennis Brown's voice remains one of the most recognizable and beloved voices in reggae history. More than 2 decades after his passing, his music continues to inspire fans around the world, proving that true artistry never fades. Known as the Crown Prince of Reggae, Brown earned the admiration of fellow musicians, critics, and millions of listeners through a career that spanned more than 3 decades. His songs captured the emotions of everyday people, blending themes of love, faith, hope, and social consciousness with a voice that seemed capable of touching the soul. Yet behind the success, fame, and accolades was a man who faced personal challenges, health struggles, and the pressures that often accompany life in the spotlight. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the remarkable story of Dennis Brown, exploring his early life, rise to fame, musical achievements, personal struggles, lasting influence, and the legacy that continues to shape reggae music across the globe. Dennis Emmanuel Brown was born on February 1st, 1957 in Kingston, Jamaica. Growing up in the heart of Jamaica's capital city, he was exposed to music from an early age. Kingston during the 1950s and 1960s was a vibrant cultural center where ska, rocksteady, and eventually reggae were taking shape. Brown's father, Arthur Brown, quickly noticed his son's natural musical talent and encouraged him to pursue singing. Unlike many children his age, Dennis possessed an unusually mature voice and remarkable stage presence. Family members and neighbors were impressed by his ability to captivate listeners, even as a young boy. Brown's journey into professional music began when he was still a child. At the age of 9, he recorded his first songs and began gaining attention within Jamaica's music industry. Producers immediately recognized that they were witnessing a rare talent. While most young performers struggled to maintain consistency in the recording studio, Dennis displayed confidence, discipline, and vocal control beyond his years. These early experiences helped prepare him for a career that would eventually make him one of reggae's most respected figures. Throughout his teenage years, Brown continued developing his skills while building relationships within Jamaica's growing music scene. He worked with several producers and musicians who helped refine his sound and expand his audience. During this period, reggae music was undergoing a transformation, evolving from ska and rocksteady into a genre that would soon gain international recognition. Brown found himself perfectly positioned to become one of reggae's leading voices. The 1970s marked the beginning of Dennis Brown's rise to stardom. As reggae's popularity expanded, Brown emerged as one of the genre's brightest stars. His collaborations with influential producers such as Joe Gibbs played a major role in his success. Together, they created recordings that showcased Brown's unique ability to blend soulful vocals with meaningful lyrics. Songs such as Money in My Pocket became major hits and helped introduce his music to audiences far beyond Jamaica. Brown's success was not limited to one region or demographic. His music resonated with listeners throughout the Caribbean, Europe, Africa, and North America. Fans appreciated the sincerity of his performances and the emotional depth of his songs. Unlike many artists who relied on trends or gimmicks, Brown built his reputation on talent, consistency, and authenticity. As his popularity grew, he became known not only as a singer, but also as an ambassador for reggae music. One of the most remarkable aspects of Dennis Brown's career was his ability to remain relevant across multiple decades. While many artists struggle to adapt to changing musical tastes, Brown consistently evolved while staying true to his roots. His voice remained instantly recognizable, and his commitment to quality music earned him the respect of both longtime fans and younger audiences discovering reggae for the first time. Brown collaborated with many of the most important figures in reggae music. Throughout his career, he worked with producers such as Joe Gibbs, Niney the Observer, Augustus Pablo, Prince Jammy, Derek Harriott, and the legendary rhythm section of Sly Dunbar and Robbie Shakespeare. These collaborations resulted in some of the most celebrated recordings in reggae history. Brown also shared professional relationships with fellow artists, including Gregory Isaacs, Freddie McGregor, John Holt, Luciano, and numerous others who admired his talent and professionalism. His influence extended beyond formal collaborations. Many younger singers viewed Brown as a mentor and inspiration. His vocal techniques, phrasing, and emotional delivery became a blueprint for future generations of reggae artists. Even today, many performers cite Dennis Brown as one of their greatest influences. The sheer size of Brown's catalog is one of the reasons his legacy remains so strong. Over the course of his career, he released dozens of albums and hundreds of songs. Among his most notable albums are No Man is an Island, Wolf and Leopards, Words of Wisdom, So Long Rastafari, Visions, Spellbound, Joseph's Coat of Many Colors, Foul Play, Brown Sugar, Revolution, Judge Not, Satisfaction Feeling, and Unchallenged. These recordings showcased his versatility and willingness to explore different themes and musical styles. Many critics consider Wolf and Leopards to be one of the greatest reggae albums ever recorded. The album demonstrated Brown's exceptional songwriting abilities and vocal range while capturing the spirit of roots reggae during one of the genre's most influential periods. Songs from this album continue to be celebrated by reggae fans around the world. Brown's music addressed a wide range of topics. Some songs focused on romance and relationships, while others explored spirituality, social justice, and personal growth. This diversity allowed him to connect with listeners from different backgrounds and cultures. Whether performing a love song or a socially conscious anthem, Brown brought authenticity and emotion to every recording. As his reputation grew, Brown received numerous honors and accolades. One of the most significant compliments came from Bob Marley, who reportedly described Dennis Brown as his favorite singer. Such praise carried enormous weight, given Marley's status as reggae's most internationally recognized figure. Brown's peers respected him not only for his talent, but also for his dedication to preserving the integrity of reggae music. Although reggae artists of Brown's era often received less mainstream recognition than artists in other genres, his contributions were widely acknowledged throughout the music industry. In 2001, 2 years after his death, Brown was posthumously awarded Jamaica's Order of Distinction, one of the country's most respected national honors. This award recognized his extraordinary contribution to Jamaican culture and music. Away from the stage, Dennis Brown was known for his generosity and compassion. Friends, colleagues, and community members frequently described him as kind-hearted and approachable. While he was not associated with large international charitable organizations, he often helped people in need within his community and among his circle of friends. Many stories emerged after his passing describing acts of kindness that Brown never publicized during his lifetime. His philanthropic impact extended through his music as well. Brown's songs often carried messages of hope, faith, perseverance, and unity. For countless listeners facing difficult circumstances, his music provided comfort and encouragement. This emotional connection remains one of the defining features of his legacy. Despite his public visibility, Brown maintained a relatively private personal life. He preferred to focus public attention on his music rather than his relationships. Brown was the father of several children, and family remained important to him throughout his life. Although various reports discussed his romantic relationships over the years, many aspects of his personal life remained private and were rarely addressed in interviews. As with many artists who achieve fame at a young age, Brown faced significant pressures throughout his career. The demands of touring, recording, performing, and maintaining public expectations created challenges that affected his personal well-being. Friends and associates occasionally expressed concern about his health and lifestyle choices as the years progressed. By the 1990s, signs of declining health became increasingly apparent. Despite these challenges, Brown continued to perform and record music, remaining committed to his fans and his craft. His determination to continue working reflected both his passion for music and his dedication to the audience that had supported him for decades. Tragically, Dennis Brown's life came to an end on July 1st, 1999. He passed away at Kingston's University Hospital at the age of 42. Reports indicated that respiratory complications, including pneumonia, contributed to his death. The news shocked the reggae community and devastated fans around the world. Many believed that reggae had lost one of its most gifted voices far too soon. Tributes poured in from fellow musicians, cultural leaders, government officials, and admirers across multiple continents. Radio stations dedicated programming to his music, while fans gathered to celebrate his life and mourn his passing. His funeral attracted large crowds, reflecting the deep affection and respect he had earned throughout his career. At the time of his death, estimates regarding Brown's financial worth varied significantly. Because detailed financial records were not publicly available, an exact figure has never been confirmed. However, his income came from album sales, performances, publishing rights, royalties, and other music-related ventures. More importantly, the cultural value of his work far exceeded any monetary measurement. Today, Dennis Brown's influence remains as strong as ever. His recordings continue reaching new audiences through streaming platforms, radio broadcasts, documentaries, and tribute concerts. Young listeners who were not yet born when Brown passed away continue discovering his music and appreciating the timeless quality of his voice. Many music historians place Dennis Brown among the greatest reggae singers of all time. His ability to blend emotional honesty with technical excellence helped elevate reggae to new artistic heights. His impact can be heard in roots reggae, lovers rock, dancehall, and contemporary reggae music. Artists across multiple generations continue studying his recordings and drawing inspiration from his work. The title Crown Prince of Reggae was not simply a nickname. It was a reflection of the respect, admiration, and affection Brown earned throughout his life. He represented excellence, authenticity, and dedication to his craft. Few artists have left such a profound mark on their genre while maintaining the humility and humanity for which Brown was known. Dennis Brown's story is one of extraordinary talent, perseverance, and lasting influence. From a gifted child singer in Kingston to one of reggae's most celebrated voices, he built a legacy that continues to inspire millions. His music transcends time, reminding listeners of the power of hope, love, faith, and resilience. Though he is no longer with us, his voice continues to echo across generations, ensuring that his contributions to music and culture will never be forgotten. If you enjoyed learning about the life and legacy of Dennis Brown, like this video, share it with fellow reggae fans, and leave a comment below telling us your favorite Dennis Brown song and why it resonates with you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the lives, careers, and legacies of music's greatest legends. Thank you for watching, and may the timeless music of Dennis Brown continue to inspire and uplift people around the world for generations to come.